Hello everyone, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. Here I am today with you guys to share these bundles that I've got. Journals, I have bundled them up in two and I'm going to put them in my Etsy shop, or they're already in my Etsy shop. Yes, stick around, have a look. Hopefully it will inspire you to make your own, or to start creating something today, or to purchase mine, or whatever. So let's get started. I'm going to put these away just to the side over here, just so I can show you properly. So this is bundle number one. I am selling these journals together. So they are both fabric covered journals. This one is a little bit smaller, as you can see. If you want precise measurements, just to keep things short, all the measurements and number of signatures and pages and all of that is in the listings. So if you're really interested in that, you can go and have a look. So let's start with this one. So it's got a tag here, and then a page from a poem book. I'm going to try and be as quick as I possibly can. This is the journaling page, a spot, little handmade envelope. So I have had, maybe some of you guys are recognizing this type of a journal. When I made these journals, I think I made 4, and I've sold the other 3, and I kept this one for myself. But my shelf is getting full and there's no more space, so that's why I'm selling my journals that I have leftovers. And same with the other one as well. So here's a little flag embellishment, or like a tuck spot. Here's a little journaling spot. So this is just images I've cut from a book, and then I sewn it onto some paper. I can't talk, to make it into a journaling spot, so you can use the back of the image. And then this flips up. It says, being curious, it's the only way. So this is I was cutting this out of books, like little phrases and sentences. I do have a video on that, and I might link it down below if you guys haven't seen. So just some hand stitching here, and then here another pocket and a booklet, just a little notes booklet. It's really cute. Some tags here in a little cluster that I've made. And then, so this is all sewn, but it's not sewn onto the page. I've sewn around just for the effect, and I've inked the edges, and then I glued it onto the scrapbook paper. There's no warping or anything because I have a good glue, you know. What can I say? So just some journaling spots here and little papers. There's this is all tea-dyed paper. Some pages from an old typewriting book. It's this one. A little cluster here and a little tuck spot. And then this is an envelope that opens like this for journaling. Okay, and that's the back. Okay, so this is up, and I've got, you can see like these little threads and bits and pieces hanging. You can get rid of them or cut them off or leave them. I really like them in some types of journals, so I'm just going to leave that. Okay, and the second journal in this bundle is this little mini journal, and it's got this I have a video on how I made these journal what are they called, plates? I call it a journal plate. Very straightforward. I'll link that video down below too. Okay, so inside we've got a lace pocket, and we've got a tag that says this journal belongs to, and then there's all different types of paper. The papers are clean, which means they're not tea dyed. And there's been some embellishing, as you can see, like this beautiful trim here that's sewn on, and some stamps. So I don't think, I'm pretty sure I didn't use any tea-dyed paper in this journal. So this is a little pocket here, lined pages. Then this is like a, I don't know if you can see, but it's raised lines on this side. And some more ribbon that I've sewn on, a little seashell charm over here, and a little heart stamp. Okay, I'll hurry along now. So you will see in the middle of this signature, I have a little envelope here that's bound in, and inside the envelope are some embellishments that you can use to embellish your book. I love this paper here. It's like I don't know, it has a texture to it. Not fabric, but it has texture to it. It's beautiful. So that would be nice for like punching out little shapes and stuff like that. Okay, so, and then the back is pretty much the same as front of the first signature. I think there's only one, yes, only one signature. So now we're just seeing the other side of those pages. So pocket here, and just, yeah, it's very clean, some stamping, very, you know, proper, straight. I don't know how to explain it, but I like some of my, and there's just two altered, I don't know what you would call them, just two paper clips down here and a lace pocket. So I like some of my journals to be very messy and crazy and full of stuff, and then I like my others, I like all types of journals. So that's bundle number 1. So let's head to bundle number 2, which is this one here. So the remaining 3 are pretty much similar to this. So I'm going to go flip through this, and then the rest of the 2 that I have left, I'll just go through very quickly. So let's start with this one. This is a little altered box, and it opens here, and it tells you where to open. It says open here, and it's magnetized, so that might be important for people who have pacemakers, or I don't know. Okay, inside, sitting flush inside, is a little journal, and this is leather. So I have a lot of leather offcuts because my dad is an upholsterer, and all of the leather bits and fabrics that would end up going into the landfill, of course, I take and make journals from it. So that's what this is. It's upholstery leather, and inside is just a white journal. So all the pages are white, but they're different. So there's some of this lined, and then there's some of this one with the raised lines. I don't know if you can see. And then there's some watercolor paper, and so on and so forth. So that's that. And then it closes with this ribbon and a little key charm. Okay, so that's that one. And then we've got, this is actually from, I made this from a large envelope, which is why I think I'm calling it envelope journal. Put this here. So it's got 2 signatures, wraparound closure with this button that's attached to this little flap. And then inside we've got the 2 signatures. I'll go through it in a moment. And then at the back over here is a little pocket. So, and then inside the pocket I've got a little pack, little embellishment pack. And they're all, it's just for you to embellish your journal, because I haven't actually embellished anything inside. So there's just a few different bits and pieces, like you can see. This, I love this beautiful little handmade button. They're all the packs are different. So I'm not sure if they all have the handmade button, but they all have a button, or, you know, yeah. So, but yes, it's pretty much similar things in the little embellishment pack. And then this one has a little bit of a shine because I used a Mod Podge with glitter. And then it's been, I've actually sealed it with something. I can't remember what, because Mod Podge gets, or Mod Podge as some call it, it can get sticky. So I'm not a big fan, but I can't remember what I used. I've sealed it so it's not sticky at all. And then inside, the first page is vellum. Now I do remember that the first signature has 8, I I'm not sure actually. I better not say. But it's an assortment of paper. The edges are torn, and there's some ledger paper and some watercolor paper, scrapbook paper. So really good for like little daily journaling, or take it with you in your bag, doodling, you know, just a companion that you can have with you all the time. So that was the idea behind this one. Okay, and now I'll just go through, I'm going to put the embellishments back. So let's go to bundle number 3. I have to make sure I'm not mixing them up. Okay, here's the little box and the little journal. I won't open it because it's exactly the same as the previous one, and as I'm saying it, I'm opening it. So here we go. Same thing again, it's leftover leather. So maybe, you know, I'm mentioning, oh, and there's a magnet. So, you know, I know that some people don't really want to purchase things that are made from leather, which is why I'm mentioning it. And then, so here we've got an assortment of paper that's pretty much the same as the previous journal we've just flipped through, only the scrapbook paper will be slightly different. So I try to go kind of with the theme, you know. So like, for example, oh, open, like pink goes with the pink here. This one also has the little pack at the back over here of little embellishments. And the little button as a closure, it wraps around. And then there's this little charm hanging off like a little bell. Okay. That's number 3. And number 4, so we have this box and all of these little beautiful embellishments on the box, and then the journal. This one I've actually done some sewing on the cover. I haven't for the others, so that's the only difference. Just a little bit of sewing on the cover. I just wanted to test it out and see how it looks. Okay. And then we've got this. This is made from wallpaper, as opposed to the other 2 being made from envelopes. And then the papers inside. I'm just going to flip through this one. Why not? It's beautiful red paper. And it's got little flowers. Okay, so some scrapbook paper, some watercolor paper, and then the back of that one, and then we're going into a second signature, which is watercolor paper, then some of this beautiful gold paper. It's not coming across really in video, but it's quite beautiful. And then the scrapbook paper, and then the back of. So you've noticed that it's not embellished. And then there's, let's check this one out. What does this one have? Okay, so by the looks of it, they all contain the same buttons. So that's that one. And I've just dropped the button. I better go and find it. So yes, that's the embellishment pack. And that is it for this one. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this idea of bundling up journals so you can get 2 different types. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!